Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Hello, my dear students. Welcome to all of you on this in this lecture. Today we are recalling your concepts of Pythagorean triplets. Dear students, आपने अपने previous classes में कभी पढ़ा होगा ऐसे आपके पास अगर आपके पास एक right angled triangle है, the sides of a right angled in a right angled triangle you can have sides like this. We can have sides of lengths 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter. I'm sure कि आपने ये कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ा ही होगा. Why? Because there's a theorem called Pythagorean theorem that states that in a right angled triangle the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. So for these three lengths, what will happen? You will be having 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 square, correct? As 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. This triplet of numbers 3, 4, 5, which holds this Pythagoras theorem, is called a Pythagorean triplet. It's not the single case. You may have multiple. There may be infinitely many Pythagorean triplets, correct? For example, you have 3, 4, 5, you have 6, 8, 10, correct? Okay, where square of the largest number is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. You may have like 9, 12 and 15 and many others. Now we're not interested in just checking which ones are which are these numbers. Actually, we are always interested in generalizing things, correct? So what becomes the definition for a Pythagorean triplet, or what becomes the general form? So we will write that general form. Do note that for any natural number n, where n is greater than 1, correct? This is a condition. This triplet of numbers in general, 2n, n square minus 1 and n square plus 1, correct? This forms a Pythagorean triplet. This forms a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, this is the general form or general notation or formula for a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, now हम एक कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स लेके इसको समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. अगर हमारे पास एक पाइथागोरियन एलिमेंट है तो बाकी दो कैसे निकाल सकते हैं, या एक पाइथागोरियन कंप्लीट ट्रिपलेट हम कैसे बना सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, one of the Pythagorean triplet is for example 17. Find the triplet. This is my question. Okay, now let's try to understand. Okay, solution simply now we have to यहाँ पे ना थोड़ा सा हमको समझने की ज़रूरत है. Obviously अगर हम पाइथागोरियन ट्रिपलेट जो हमारे पास है, मेरे पास है, that is actually equal to 2n n square minus 1 and n square plus 1. Okay, now obviously 2n cannot be 17 because it's an even number. N square minus 1 cannot be also 17 for a natural number, correct? So that means clearly here, if I compare the things, on comparing I will definitely get n square plus 1 is actually equal to 17. That implies n square is equal to 17 minus 1. That means n square is equal to 16. It simply means that n is actually equal to 4. Correct? Because n being the natural number. Then what is our Pythagorean triplet? Then our Pythagorean triplet becomes like this. Then our Pythagorean triplet is 2n, that is 2 into 4, 4 square minus 1, 4 square plus 1, correct? That is 8, that is 15, and that's 17. This is our Pythagorean triplet. Okay, this is our Pythagorean triplet. Now let's understand. Let's take second example. Let's take one more example to understand. Now if we have one of the Pythagorean triplet or element is 35, find the triplet. फिर से हमें ट्रिपलेट बनाना है, ठीक है. On comparison, what do you see? On comparison, we have again. On comparison, we see our Pythagorean triplet is actually 2n, n square minus 1, n square plus 1. 2n cannot be 35. N square minus 1 is definitely going to be 35 here. Here n square minus 1 is equal to 35. It implies n square is equal to 35 plus 1, that's 36. It implies n is actually equal to 6. Correct? So what is our Pythagorean triplet? Therefore, my Pythagorean triplet is 2n, that's 2 into 6, 6 square minus 1, 6 square plus 1. Okay, that's 12, and that is 35, and that is 37. This is how we can use this Pythagorean triplet formula or Pythagorean triplet generalized formula for finding any Pythagorean triplet. Okay, that's all I had to say. Hope this has been helpful for you. I will see you next time. Allah Hafiz.